You meet someone new, they like what you like. They laugh at your jokes, they nod when you speak. They seem to understand you in a way no one else does. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel chosen. But here is the truth. They are not connecting with you. They are studying you, they are performing. They are using one of the oldest manipulation tactics in human history. It is called mirroring, and you are falling for it. Mirroring is when someone copies your body language, your speech patterns, your interests, your values, even your pain. They become a reflection of you. They do this because humans are wired to trust people who are like them. We are tribal creatures. We bond with sameness. When someone mirrors us, our brain releases oxytocin. We feel safe, we feel understood, we lower our guard, and that is exactly what they want. This is not connection, this is camouflage. The person mirroring you does not care about who you are. They care about what they can get from you. Attention, validation, money, control. They are not building a relationship. They are building a trap. The scary part is how invisible it is. You do not see it happening. You just feel good around them. You think they get you. You think the chemistry is real. But chemistry can be manufactured. Charm can be weaponized. And by the time you realize what happened, you are already hooked. Let me explain how this works. When you meet someone who genuinely connects with you, there is friction. There is disagreement, there is difference. Real connection is not smooth. It is messy, it requires negotiation. You argue about music, you debate movies. You have different backgrounds and different beliefs, and you work through it because the connection is worth it. But mirroring skips all that. The mirror agrees with everything. They have no opinions of their own. They are a blank canvas. Whatever you project onto them, they reflect back. You say you love hiking. Suddenly, they love hiking. You mention a band. They have been listening to that band for years. You talk about your childhood trauma. Theirs was exactly the same. It feels like fate. It feels like destiny. It feels like you finally found your person. But you did not find anything. They found you, and they are playing a character designed specifically to trap you. This happens everywhere. In dating, in friendships, in business, in cults. Predators use mirroring. Narcissists use mirroring. Salespeople use mirroring. Anyone who wants something from you will mirror you if they are smart enough to know how. And the worst part is that it works. It works because we are lonely. We are starving for real connection in a world that isolates us. We spend hours online watching strangers live their lives. We swipe through apps looking for someone who gets us. We are desperate to feel less alone. So when someone shows up and seems to understand us instantly, we do not question it. We just feel grateful. But you should question it. You should ask yourself why this person has no rough edges. Why they never challenge you. Why they never disagree. Why they seem almost too perfect. Because perfect people do not exist. And if someone seems perfect, they are lying. Here is the thing about real relationships. They take time. You do not instantly vibe with someone. You learn them. You see how they act when things go wrong. You watch how they treat waiters and strangers and people who cannot do anything for them. You notice the small things. The way they talk about their ex. The way they react to criticism. The way they handle conflict. But mirroring shortcuts all of that. It tricks your brain into thinking you already know this person. It creates false intimacy, and by the time you realize you do not actually know them at all, you are already emotionally invested. You have already told them your secrets. You have already trusted them with your vulnerabilities. And now, they have leverage. This is not paranoia. This is pattern recognition. Once you understand mirroring, you start seeing it everywhere. The coworker who suddenly shares all your hobbies after you get promoted. The new friend who adopts your entire personality. The romantic partner who has no identity outside of what you give them. They are all doing the same thing. They are all faking connection to get something from you. And the brutal truth is this. Most people will not admit they are doing it. They might not even realize they are doing it. Some people mirror unconsciously because they have no sense of self. They are so empty inside that they become whatever the person in front of them wants them to be. They are not manipulating you on purpose. They are just hollow. And hollow people cannot give you real connection no matter how hard you try. So what do? How do you protect yourself from the mirroring trap? You test people, you disagree with them, you challenge them, you see if they push back or if they just fold. Real people have opinions. Real people have boundaries. Real people will tell you when you are wrong. If someone never does that, run, you slow down. Stop trying to fast-track intimacy. Stop trauma bonding on the first date. Stop telling strangers your life story. Let people earn your trust over time. Let them prove they are consistent. Let them show you who they are when the performance gets exhausting. You watch what they do, not what they say. Anyone can say the right things. Anyone can perform empathy. But actions reveal truth. Do they follow through? Do they show up? Do they respect your boundaries when no one is watching? Or do they only perform when it benefits them? You get comfortable with being misunderstood. Not everyone will get you. Not everyone should. If someone claims to understand you completely after one conversation, they are lying. Real understanding takes years. It takes mistakes. It takes growth. Anyone offering instant connection is selling you something. And most importantly, you build a strong enough sense of self that you do not need external validation, because the mirroring trap only works on people who are desperate to be seen. If you know who you are, if you are solid in your identity, if you do not need someone else to reflect you back to yourself, then mirroring loses its power. The uncomfortable truth is that loneliness makes us stupid. It makes us ignore red flags. It makes us settle for performance instead of presence. It makes us confuse manipulation for connection. And in a world designed to isolate us, where real community is dying and everyone is behind a screen, we are more vulnerable to mirroring than ever before. So stop chasing chemistry. Stop falling for people who seem too good to be true. Stop mistaking mirroring for intimacy. Real connection is rare. It is difficult. It is uncomfortable. But it is also the only thing worth having. Everything else is just a reflection, and reflections are not real. They are just light bouncing off a surface. And the moment you move, they disappear. You deserve more than a reflection. You deserve someone who shows up as themselves. Flawed, complicated, difficult, real. Someone who does not need to become you to connect with you. Someone who challenges you. Someone who grows with you. Someone who stays even when the chemistry fades, and the performance ends, and all that is left is two imperfect people choosing each other anyway. That is connection. Everything else is just a trap.